days of ideas. It's bringing together the best that we can think, the best that we can say, our best ideas from students and faculty and staff and alumni and parents, and being able to hear one another and listen and really engage about what Pomona can give to the world and what we can share.
This event's really phenomenal for us. It brings together whole parts of our Pomona College community. We have trustees, we have recent graduates, we've got a lot of alums here. We even have a few students and some parents. It really is part of our extended family, and we're here to really share ideas.
I'm a big NPR fan, so my favorite presenter thus far has been R.A. Shapiro. It's really nice to hear even the intellectual side about how journalists think about handling the news. And what was really conveyed today was the gravity in which they take their profession very seriously.
One of the things that I love about my job is that I get to learn about new things every day. And so this is clearly a group of people who share that same philosophy. And it's so nice to be in a room full of people that care so much about learning and education as something that doesn't just stop, but something that continues throughout your life.
The HEN Talks were pretty amazing because you see people working on their feet and thinking, trying to put forward some of their best ideas. One extraordinary alumnus was talking about how it is that Pomona and other institutions of education can intervene in the evolving crisis in incarceration. We had a talk about mental health that was really thinking about where our students are now. There was a very funny talk about gaming and the gamification of our economy and what that means for how we produce goods and services. Just eye-opening possibilities that are born at Pomona.
One of the most engaging sessions so far was listening to Laszlo Bock talk about not only the work that he's doing at UMU, but how he thinks about the future of work, and that we don't all need to be computer scientists and engineers to be successful in the future, but we need to really understand and relate to other people as human beings, because ultimately that's not only really important for work, but that's really important for all of our lives.
Really found the post-truth panel fascinating, just very timely. It reminds me of why I love Pomona so much, why I love the people so much.
It was very gratifying to see everybody who enjoyed the sessions. Everybody in the room was engaged. The sessions were about things that they were already thinking about, and it connected them again to Pomona. The energy around that was just marvelous.
The real magic of the Pomona education is the relationships that we get to have in this setting with really high wattage brain power of our students, some of the best faculty in the country, and tremendous resources that we can bring to bear in addressing a lot of the pressing questions of today.
One of the things that makes Pomona really special are the relationships that we build while we're on campus. That kind of learning and those relationships shouldn't stop once we leave the gates of the college.
It really allows you to understand the strength of the community, really share your experiences with other people. There's that feeling of family, there's that feeling of community.
The networking that happens here is different. These are people who immediately have a common bond. I can go up to somebody I've never met and we share a common set of values. We are empathetic. We are humanistic to the conversation we had. We want to see good things happen in the world. And so this is a kind of networking that's energizing, but it helps you feel like you have kindred spirits and like there's good to be done in the world.
So it's really I get to hear what our alums are doing. And it was fascinating to hear about what some of our trustees are doing and kind of understanding their engagement and trajectory through the college and also what they've done since then. And it's really nice to re-engage in intellectual conversations for those who are now representing Pomona out there to the world.
This event is amazing because it brings together alumni from Pomona faculty and staff. And it's so nice to interact with the alumni. They're learning together and pushing themselves beyond their own boundaries or what they thought they could do or what they thought they were interested in when they got there, and sort of building this really rich intellectual community.
I think liberal arts help us understand that we're not alone in the world, that there is a universal human experience. The great works of literature and theater and history tell us that we share a commonality across all humanity.
Liberal arts education, as many of our speakers have hinted at today, is really about critical thinking and flexible thinking and interdisciplinary thinking in order to visualize problems for the future.
Liberal arts education to me is about getting a full view of the world. Everything is interdisciplinary. Work cross-functionally and bring in people from all kinds of backgrounds, all different areas of expertise. And I think Pomona really emphasizes that, just this willingness to meet you where you are, just be your true self, and then you actually form really deep connections around that.
We often say that a liberal arts education teaches people to think. I think it's also more than that. It teaches people to be empathetic, to communicate well, to analyze issues critically, to find and develop a passion and then pursue that passion throughout their lives.
The ability to think through problems, to connect the disciplines. It's about relationships, it's about problem solving, it's about finding the tools and the skills to be able to do that through a whole life.
I think liberal arts is really special because being well-rounded is underrated.
I feel invigorated, I feel excited. For me, it's really like recommitted me to the importance of empathy and how we talk to other people and how we interact with them and how we take that idea of what the liberal arts can and should be to expand our viewpoint beyond ourselves.
There's just an energy and excitement and intellectual curiosity that I think really characterizes Pomona people, and it's so much fun to get to spend time with them.
I think only good things happen when you bring great people together. I've found it really invigorating.
Seeing the Pomona education kind of come to life, seeing how it's changing the world.
I feel incredible just to be able to be here. It is a great big blue room full of sage and pride.